Every country, one interesting fact. Afghanistan has been continuously inhabited for over 6,000 years. Albania has more bunkers than McDonald's restaurants. Algeria, largest country in Africa by land area. Andorra has no airport or railway. Angola, cleared landmines are still being found decades after war. Antigua and Barbuda has 365 beaches, one for every day. Argentina, home to the widest waterfall system on Earth. Armenia, first country to adopt Christianity as state religion. Australia, more kangaroos than people. Austria, name means Eastern Realm, not related to Australia. Azerbaijan, nicknamed the Land of Fire. Bahamas, has the third largest barrier reef system. Bahrain, once famous for pearl diving before oil. Bangladesh, one of the most densely populated countries on Earth. Barbados, birthplace of rum culture. Belarus, about 40% covered by forests. Belgium, produces over 1,000 types of beer. Belize, only Central American country with English as official language. Benin, birthplace of the Vodun religion. Bhutan, measures success with gross national happiness. Bolivia has 2 capitals. Bosnia and Herzegovina has a coastline only 20 kilometers long. Botswana, one of Africa's most stable democracies. Brazil, home to 60% of the Amazon rainforest. Brunei, citizens pay no income tax. Bulgaria, oldest country name in Europe, still unchanged. Burkina Faso, name means land of honest people. Burundi, one of the poorest countries per capita. Cambodia, Angkor Wat is the largest religious monument on Earth. Cameroon, called Africa in miniature. Canada, has more lakes than the rest of the world combined. Cape Verde, entirely volcanic islands. Central African Republic, one of the least visited countries on Earth. Chad, its lake has shrunk by 90% in 50 years. Chile, longest north-south country in the world. China, uses a single time zone despite its size. Colombia, only country with coasts on both Pacific and Caribbean. Comoros, one of the youngest countries in Africa. Congo, the Congo River is the world's deepest. Costa Rica, no standing army since 1949. Croatia, invented the necktie. Cuba has more classic cars than any other place. Cyprus, divided by a UN buffer zone. Czech Republic, drinks more beer per capita than any country. Democratic Republic of the Congo, the second largest country in Africa by land area. Denmark, one of the happiest countries despite very little sunlight. Djibouti, one of the hottest inhabited places on Earth. Dominica has more rivers than roads. Dominican Republic shares an island with Haiti but is far wealthier. Ecuador, named after the equator which runs through it. Egypt, home to the only remaining ancient wonder of the world. El Salvador, first country to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender. Equatorial Guinea, only African country where Spanish is official. Eritrea, has mandatory national service with no fixed end date. Estonia. Almost all government services are online. Eswatini, one of the last absolute monarchies. Ethiopia uses its own calendar with 13 months. Fiji consists of more than 300 islands. Finland has more saunas than cars. France has the most time zones in the world. Gabon, over 85% covered by rainforest. Gambia, the smallest country on mainland Africa. Georgia claims to be the birthplace of wine. Germany has over 20,000 castles. Ghana, named after a medieval empire that wasn't located there. Greece has more islands than any other European country. Grenada, known as the Spice Island. Guatemala has 37 volcanoes. Guinea, rich in minerals but very poor economically. Guinea-Bissau, major hub for drug trafficking to Europe. Guyana, only English-speaking country in South America. Haiti, first black republic in the world. Honduras, home to mysterious ancient ruins in the jungle. Hungary, its language is unrelated to its neighbors. Iceland has no mosquitoes. India has over 2,000 ethnic groups and hundreds of languages. Indonesia, world's largest island nation. Iran was called Persia until 1935. Iraq, location of ancient Mesopotamia. Ireland has no native snakes. Israel, one of the most technologically advanced per capita. Italy contains 2 independent countries inside it. Ivory Coast officially requires its French name to be used internationally. Jamaica produced more Olympic sprinters per capita than any country. Japan has more elderly people than children. Jordan, home to the ancient city of Petra. Kazakhstan, largest landlocked country in the world. Kenya, world famous for long-distance runners. Kiribati, one of the first places to see the new day. Kuwait has one of the world's highest currencies. Kyrgyzstan, over 90% mountainous. Laos, the most bombed country per capita in history. Latvia, more than half the country is forest. Lebanon has more refugees than citizens per capita. Lesotho, the only country entirely above 1,000 meters. Liberia, founded by freed American slaves. Libya has Africa's largest proven oil reserves. Liechtenstein has more companies registered than people. Lithuania, one of the fastest internet speeds in the world. Luxembourg, one of the richest countries per capita. Madagascar, 90% of wildlife exists nowhere else. Malawi, Lake Malawi holds more fish species than any lake. Malaysia, home to one of the world's oldest rainforests. Maldives, the lowest country on Earth. Mali, once home to the richest man in history. Malta has some of the oldest freestanding temples. Marshall Islands, nuclear tests permanently displaced entire islands. Mauritania, slavery was officially abolished only in 1981. Mauritius, home of the extinct dodo bird. Mexico has more pyramids than Egypt. Micronesia consists of over 600 islands. Moldova, one of the world's least visited countries. Monaco, smaller than Central Park. Mongolia, the least densely populated country on Earth. Montenegro, name literally means Black Mountain. Morocco produces most of the world's phosphates. Mozambique, named after an Arab trader, not a local word. Myanmar, home to thousands of undiscovered temples. Namibia has the oldest desert in the world. Nauru, smallest island nation in the world. Nepal, only non-rectangular national flag. Netherlands, about a third lies below sea level. New Zealand was the last major landmass settled by humans. Nicaragua has 2 active volcanoes inside a lake. Niger, one of the youngest populations globally. Nigeria, Africa's most populous country. North Korea operates under a completely different calendar. North Macedonia, named after an ancient kingdom disputed for decades. Norway has the world's largest sovereign wealth fund. Oman, one of the oldest independent states in the Arab world. Pakistan, home to the second highest mountain on Earth. Palau, famous for jellyfish that don't sting. Panama, the canal connects 2 oceans in one country. Papua New Guinea, over 800 languages spoken. Paraguay, one of only 2 landlocked South American countries. Peru, home to Machu Picchu. Philippines consists of over 7,600 islands. Poland borders 7 different countries. Portugal, oldest defined borders in Europe. Qatar, one of the richest countries per capita. Romania, home to Europe's heaviest building. Russia spans 2 continents and 11 time zones. Rwanda, known as one of Africa's cleanest countries. St. Kitts and Nevis, the smallest sovereign state in the Americas. St. Lucia, named after a woman, which is very rare. St. Vincent and the Grenadines consists of dozens of small islands. Samoa once skipped a day to change time zones. San Marino, one of the world's oldest republics. São Tomé and Príncipe lies almost exactly on the equator. Saudi Arabia, no rivers flow permanently. Senegal, the westernmost country of Africa. Serbia, one of Europe's most landlocked nations. Seychelles has the heaviest seed in the plant kingdom. Sierra Leone, named by Portuguese explorers. Singapore, a city, a country, and an airport hub. Slovakia has more castles per capita than any country. Slovenia, over half the country is forest. Solomon Islands, many islands remain unexplored. Somalia has the longest coastline in Africa. South Africa has 3 capital cities. South Korea, one of the most technologically advanced economies in the world. South Sudan, the world's newest country. Spain still has territories in Africa. Sri Lanka, shaped like a teardrop. Sudan has more pyramids than Egypt. Suriname, one of the most forested countries. Sweden can recycle nearly all household waste. Switzerland has 4 official languages. Syria, one of the oldest continuously inhabited regions. Taiwan produces most of the world's advanced chips. Tajikistan, over 90% mountainous. Tanzania, home to Mount Kilimanjaro. Thailand, never colonized by Europeans. Timor-Leste, one of the youngest UN member states, independent since 2002. Togo, one of Africa's narrowest countries. Tonga, never formally colonized. Trinidad and Tobago, major global energy exporter. Tunisia, birthplace of the Arab Spring. Turkey spans 2 continents. Turkmenistan has a burning gas crater nicknamed the Gates of Hell. Tuvalu may disappear due to rising sea levels. Uganda has one of the youngest populations globally. Ukraine, Europe's largest country by land area. United Arab Emirates, home to the world's tallest building. United Kingdom has invaded almost every country at some point in history. United States contains almost every climate type. Uruguay, first country to legalize marijuana. Uzbekistan, one of only 2 double landlocked countries. Vanuatu has one of the world's most active volcanoes. Vatican City, the smallest country in the world. Venezuela, home to the world's highest waterfall. Vietnam, one of the world's largest coffee exporters. Yemen, home to unique dragon blood trees. Zambia shares Victoria Falls with Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe once printed a $100 trillion banknote. Thank you for watching and subscribe for more.